I cried so much. So stressful. You guys know my life was going downhill because this is the month I got bangs. I was really set on transferring. She literally just left and I was like, I'm not gonna get caught. Like, no one's gonna catch me. Someone caught me. My phone got stolen that day. Yay! I really love these people, you know? Hi friends, today's video is going to be a college related video, and you guys have been requesting for this specific video for a while now, and I think right now is a good time since college is just around the corner. Whether you guys are incoming freshmen or just want to see how my college experience was, I'm gonna tell you guys, and it was kind of a bumpy ride, but we're here, we survived. I go to San Diego State University. I'm about to be a sophomore, obviously, still look 12. Obviously, the first thing that happened to me was that I moved in. It was so nerve-wracking. There were so many kids, and I was like, what's up? I lived in a quad. I lived with 3 other people in a tiny room. I love that for me. Got to meet all my roommates. I had only met one at orientation before, but then I met the remaining 2 that day, and it was really exciting. And fun fact, they take photos of you like whenever you're just like moving in and stuff, and me, my boyfriend, and my mom got on the SDSU freshman move-in day pamphlet this year. So I love being a famous girl. Like, I just love being famous. So it was weird being in such a small room with 3 other girls and just trying to like be friends. It was also a really sad day, I guess, for me, because at the time me and my boyfriend were dating for 6 months, something like that, and that marked like our first day of being in a long distance relationship. Really sucked, but at the same time it was thrilling, I guess, because I had to not depend on him. We're only an hour and a half away from each other, so it wasn't that big of a deal. It was until he went to college, which made it worse. I had my first day of class and it was so scary. I was so stressed out. Literally first day of school was like the 22nd. I was so homesick and just so overwhelmed that I needed to see my boyfriend and needed to see my family. So I literally went home on the 31st of August. One of my roommates and also best friend Rachel and I clicked super fast. The first time we met was like we were instant best friends. So it was really sad to leave her and my roommates and my friends. Well, I don't have any friends, so just my roommates. I feel like I kind of miss out on some developmental things because I went home so much, but at the same time, like, I miss everyone so much at home, so it was such a big conflict with everything. Now that I'm going into sophomore year, I'm gonna find like a middle ground for everything, but freshman year was a little rocky for me. In September, I went home a lot again. As I just said, I cried so much. Yeah, that was a rough time for me, September. Okay, so I'm living with people, right? And I'm living with a ton of other people in like the dorm complex, and I'm starting fast-paced schooling because I had like semesters, so it's a lot more fast-paced than a whole entire full year for high school. Plus college is so intimidating because like you're walking around with like 22-year-olds, and I'm just like this 5'1" little bitch, like just walking around like, oh, like where's my class, like, you know, so stressful. So I cried so much almost every day. I would just cry silently on my desk. Literally everyone was in the room and I would just cry silently at my desk, and like no one knew that I was crying. I never knew I had that many tears in my body, but found a way to take them out. In September, I had the last real weekend with Trevor, my boyfriend. Oh my god, wow, my boyfriend. We had our last full weekend together before he left to go to college because he goes to Cal Poly SLO, 6 hours away from each other. More crying, a lot more crying. I went to my first tailgate. You guys know my life was going downhill because this is the month I got bangs, and they looked so bad. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea for me to get like wispy bangs because my face shape and the space does not work with it, so don't recommend that. But I do like my bangs now that I fixed it, even though they want to split in the middle, which I hate. More crying, love that. I felt like a huge failure in September. It's just like my YouTube was going downhill, as well as me not knowing what kind of person I was. And then in October, I broke my $600 camera, so I loved that. Dropped it from the top of my bunk bed. More crying. And then the real kicker here, I don't think I've ever said this on any social media or YouTube, but I was really set on transferring. Like, I was just so... God, looking back on it, it's so cringy, but I just wanted to be with my boyfriend so bad, and I thought SLO was a good place for me, so I really wanted to transfer to go to the community college and then transfer to his after that. Literally set on transferring a month and a half into school, and it was just so, it was such a bad time for me. Obviously, I'm not going to transfer anymore, but yeah, I was really set on it. But right after I went through that pretty rough time in my life, I started to make more than one friend, so that was fun. I started making some guy friends, and I've never had like close-knit guy friends before. I only lived 3 doors down, and they were all roommates too, so that was fun. So it was just really easy to hang out all the time. Like, we were together 24/7, and it was a thing that really like switched my mind transferring, because at the time I had only had one friend. So once I started making more friends, I started like gaining more confidence in myself, and that's when I didn't want to be dependent on my boyfriend. Life lesson. In November, since my life was turning back around in a good spot, I fixed my bangs. I went to my first film festival because I lived on the theater/film floor, so many filmmakers were on my floor, obviously, and I got to support my friends, and it was so fun to go to a film festival for the first time. We had many crazy dorm nights. I started taking a women's studies class, and I really loved it because it wasn't just about women's studies, even though feminists up in here, we love equality, but we also got to explore race and sexuality and everything like that, which was really fun to be in a group with like 30 people and not being afraid to speak about what you think is right. And then one of my roommates miraculously just like dropped out. She did not tell us. She was packing up. Like, Rachel and I were like, hey, like, where are you going? We thought she was just going home because she went home a lot. And she was like, oh, I'm just going home. But like, she like never said that she was gonna leave us until her boyfriend came up and was like, she didn't tell you? And we're like, no. And she literally just dropped out. Like, she didn't even tell the RA. She didn't say anything. Power move to her, but it was just crazy. Like, it was so fast. Like, she literally just left. Like, we were living with her for like 2 months, and then she just leaves. It was really crazy. In December, I starred in my first short film. Is called Abuse of Power, that my friends Rachel and Joseph directed, made everything. I got to have a fake bruise in my eyes, so that was really cool. I was like walking around like a badass, like, yeah, I'm a black guy, it's fine. I went to my first real college party. It was a theater party, and it was so fun. They're kind of more my people than Greek life, so it was cool. Sorry, I'm gonna try to talk faster because I know this video is super long. We did Secret Santa, which was so fun with my friend group, and this is me and Joseph. We each got each other. During winter break, Rachel actually visited me and stayed in my house with me for like a week, and it was so fun. And then in January, we went back to school, and everything was just back to normal. I got to see all my friends again. So many fun photo shoots together. And then my laptop decided to break, so let's keep tally on that. I'd already broken my $600 camera, and I had to replace it. And then I break my really expensive MacBook Pro. So I don't know where the money's coming from. I went on my first Amtrak train for 7 hours by myself. It was the most stressful day of my life. I have a vlog on it. Oh, I don't want to look back on that. It was such a bad day. In February, lo and behold, more money's coming out of my pocket because stupid me goes on the trolley without buying a ticket, because I was like, oh, I'm a rebel. I'm not going to buy another ticket, because I had already bought in a one-way ticket to go from campus to the mall, and I was like, I'm not going to get caught. Like, no one's going to catch me. Someone caught me, and the police officer came up to me, and I was trying to play dumb. I was like, oh my god, I didn't know how to buy it. I need to buy another ticket. And she didn't let me go. She was pretty ruthless about it, and turns out the ticket was $200. Keep in mind that if I wanted to buy a one-way ticket, like to just get rid of all of this, I could have bought a ticket for $2.50. But no, I didn't want to buy a ticket for $2.50. So instead, I get a citation for $200. And then I went to the club for the first time. I went night clubbing with my friends, and it was so fun. But guess what? Here's the kicker. My phone got stolen that day. Yay! No one's keeping track here, but I broke my camera. I broke my laptop, I got a $200 ticket, and my phone got stolen. All in 5 months. I have the best luck. But all is good, I have a new phone now. People just go to the clubs to literally steal phones. I wasn't the only phone that got stolen that night. 6 other people got their phones stolen, so I didn't feel so alone, but it still really sucks. In March, I started watching anime. I used to not like anime. Most of my friends really do like anime, and I think I just didn't like it because of the stigma of me like hating being Asian. I don't know, I have a video on that. I don't hate myself anymore, but before I used to. And like seeing my friends being so unapologetic about liking anime really inspired me to open my eyes and start like loving my culture, or just not being so stupid. In March, we also went to Torrey Pines, which is in San Diego, and it was probably one of my favorite days of my entire freshman year experience. I went with my friends Brennan, Rachel, Alex, Lev. We had a really fun photo shoot. I really liked that day, and we got ramen and we got boba and we got ice cream. It was just a fun time. This street like was like strictly only Asian food, so it was so great like seeing that. In April, I visited SLO again, and then our friend group finally formed in full circle called the Girls and Gays, because the only people in the group consists of girls and gay guys, so and I had like an epiphany in April. I don't know, this sounds so awful, but I like started to appreciate my mom more. In April, I visited home and I hung out with my mom. Like my mom and I weren't super close. Like my family and I weren't super close since I left for college, but then I started hanging out with my mom more, and I was like, this chick is cool. Me and my mom have gotten a lot closer, and I think that really solidified itself in April. Rachel and I had our last hurrah. We vowed to ourselves that every single like end of the year of college, we are going to do something cool, like something like Jurassic, not really, but like something cool. And Rachel's never had her ears pierced, so she got her ears pierced and I got my second and third, and that was just like our last like little thing to do together before we left. And then I went home to go on vacation with my boyfriend and his friends, but at that point it was really bittersweet because I got to see my boyfriend and meet his friends, but then that meant I also had to leave my friends from school. Yeah, it was weird. That's when I really knew that like I really love these people, you know? In May, Rachel and I started making more girlfriends. Okay, yeah, me and Rachel are just, we're just like this. There's no way we can separate. When we're alone, we're together, if that makes sense. I don't know. But we made more girlfriends because it was just nice to branch out of the little bubble that we were in. So we went roller skating with them. We needed to branch out a little bit. I think that was just good for our mental health and just everything like that. I went to my first real frat party. I went to one before in like the first month of school, but I literally stayed there for 5 minutes because I was so anxious that someone was gonna drug me, so I left. But in May, I went to my first real frat party and I stayed all through the night, and it was really fun. There were some bad things that happened that day, not to me but to my friends, so yeah, that was kind of sucky. You know, overall it was fun. And then before I knew it, there was the last day of class and we had a really fun golden hour photo shoot with my friends, and it was just kind of crazy because we always had photo shoots on this roof, but like knowing it was our last time as freshmen doing that, it was weird, but it was fun. On the last day when I was about to move out, me and Rachel put ourselves as each other's lock screens, so that was cool. Then I cleared out my entire dorm and I left and I cried. I didn't put this in my notes, but like 2 days ago, before the move out date, all my friends went to a restaurant together and we had such a great dinner, and we all told each other what our favorite trait about each other was and our favorite memory together. So like we're all sitting at the table and we were all just like being really intimate with each other, and we all cried, and it was really heartwarming to know that I found people that I really love. Yeah, college has really shown me that I could have real friends, because in high school I did have some friends, but never to the extent and the love that I have for my college friends. This is just crazy. I never knew I could do this. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's super long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my bangs were awful throughout this entire video. I could just tell they were bad. Yeah, I'm really excited to go back, but also don't want to leave home. Bittersweet. You guys are incoming freshmen next year, or even better, go in SDSU. If you see me, please say hi. I get nervous too, but it's so fun. If you guys have any questions for me, my comments are probably disabled right now. You guys can check the description of why. But you guys can Instagram DM me and I could try to let you guys my advice. I don't have good advice probably because I'm still growing up with you guys, but if I could help, I would love to. Yeah, sorry. Okay, bye.